Alright, so in the last tutorial we animated a door opening and we talked a little bit about the controller collider hit method. So what's going to happen is when we bump into that door, it's going to check this if statement to see if it's true. Did we bump into a door that has a tag that's called door? And is this variable set to false? We know that this variable is set to false because we look up here and it's set to false. Okay, so what do we want to do? Well, we want to sort of, again, we're talking about object-oriented programming here, so we want to compartmentalize our code. So we're going to create another method called openDoor, and this method, and remember, void on controller collider, hit is a method, update is a method, these are all methods. This openDoor method is going to check, or going to be called, and this is what's actually going to control the door opening and all of that stuff. But we need to actually pass this information here. So I'm just going to say openDoor hit. I'm going to pass hit.gameObject. So all you need to understand now is, again, this method is being called, and within these parameters, we're going to pass back hit.gameObject. Alright, so below this curly brace, let me go ahead and delete these for now, just so it cleans up our code a little bit so you can see. So let's go ahead and create our openDoor method. So I'm going to do void openDoor, and I'm going to copy this and paste it here and do open close curly braces. The reason why we're getting these two errors is because my game object here can't have the same name here. So we actually are passing a value into a variable. So the data type for game object is actually capital G. So we're accepting from here the hit. So whatever we bump into, we're accepting that information. It's saying that it was hit, and we have to store it in a new variable. So I'm just going to call this variable door. Okay? So what I can do first is I can do things like play an audio sound. So let's go ahead and create a variable up top that can hold an audio sound. Actually, let's go ahead and knock out a couple variables. Let's make a public audio clip, and we'll call it door open sound. Let's make this lowercase. Let's copy this, and we'll do another one called door close sound, and I'll just find like a free audio clip off the internet for us to use. We could call it door shut. That'd be a little more professional. And let's build in a door timer and a delay for the door to open. So we can just use two floats for that. So let's do float door timer, and we'll make that equal to 0.0f. And then let's do another one called float. We'll make this public. Public float door open time. We'll make this equal to whatever. We'll do 3.0f. Okay. So, alright, let's take a look at plugging in these values. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is set this to true so we don't repeat the same, it doesn't keep opening and closing in a looping manner. So the second we bump into it, it's set to false. So let's just go ahead and set this to true, because the door will be open, so we'll be set to true. Alright, and then let's do door dot, you know what, we forgot to tag our door. So let's go back in here. Let's select our door, go to add tag, element 1, and name it door. And then you have to reselect it and then go to door down here, add tag door. So we're going to do door, and this references this right here, dot, let's keep bringing up door time, dot transform dot parent dot animation dot play, and we got to plug in our door's animation name, which was door open. So I'm just going to click on that once, copy it, and just paste it in here to make sure it's spelled correctly. Alright, I'm going to save that. Seems like we still have an error here. Let me hit play and see what that error is. Void in class structure. Okay, I see a couple things. One, very simple. I forgot a semicolon here. And it's not door is open is equal to false, because it's already equal to false here. We're checking if it's the same as false, and that's two equal signs. So that should fix it. And let's test this out. Here, I'm going to go ahead and shrink this down and close this. So now when I walk up to this door, there we go. Oh, looks like my camera keeps moving. We'll have to fix that as well. Oh, I think part of the problem is that we have the script. Well, let's try this again. Oh, here's another problem. With this door, we never attached to our first-person controller the actual collision script that we made earlier. So scripts, player collision. Let's go ahead and press play. Actually, let's do something else. What I want to do is, before we even reach the door, I want to push out the collision a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hold shift, and with that selected, I'm going to select this little green dot in the front here. And let's see if I can have that. There we go. Gosh, how do I grab that? It's going to take some finagling here. There we go. And just pull that out a little bit so that we bump into the door a little earlier. And come on, collide, work. See, it has a box collider. Our first-person controller has the script on it. I think I know what the problem is. We just have to get rid of this line of code here and just say door.animation.play. So now when I walk up to the door, yeah, there we go. It opens. Looks like we have some issue with the camera. I might remove the shooter script from the camera and just attach it to the first-person shooter for now. So let's go in here and see if that's what's causing a problem. Yeah, that looks like what was screwing up our camera. Alright, so the reason why I added the delay, as you can see, I'm actually stuck in the door right now, and which is a problem. So in the next video, we're going to take a look at scripting some of the other components for the shooting script.